Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My channel is typically about Forex and fitness, but today, obviously, as you can tell from the charts, this video is going to be about Forex. So what I'm going to be going over is just like my last couple of videos, like how I've been going over the trades that I've taken for the week, like kind of keeping up with that visual trading journal, visual trading journal, and talking about like my entries on the trades for the week. Like I already said, the trades I've taken over the week, that's what we're going to be getting into with this video here. So I'm going to start by saying, listen, I tried to record this yesterday. It's now Saturday night. I tried to record this Friday night, but I was so tired. My voice sounded tired. So this is round 2 of recording this. And I'm going to try to get straight to the point because that video was a lot longer than I wanted. And look, see, I'm already talking too much. But anyways, just to make this short and sweet. So each of the trades that I took this week were with pairs GBPJPY, GBPUSD, and NZDJPY. Each of the trades that I've taken had the same types of confirmations that I've used. And these are confirmations that I've used for my trading style. And, you know, like I back test with my pairs. So, back testing trains your eye to look for certain things so that you're aware of when to take those opportunities in the market, what types of things are higher probability setups, and which types of things more than likely wouldn't be. So that's what I'm going to preface this with. The types of confirmations I looked for were things like breaks of structure, the overall trend, which is, you know, like what people should be looking for, major reversal areas or major key areas, whatever you prefer to call them, and also using the Fibonacci retracement. So just to get into this first one, this is the trade that I started out the week with. I started out the week with trading GBPJPY, and I've been waiting for this kind of setup to happen since last week, since we had all of this bearish momentum to the downside, and it was approaching what I have marked as one of my major key levels. So what I was waiting for was the reversal at this area to kind of fill this gap and return to structure. So we can see here, you know, this was the low that was previously created before price completely fell. What I was waiting for was price to return back to that area, give us that break and retest basically. So that's something that, like I said, I was waiting for it to happen. So with the trade that I took, what I was looking for, I already told you about the confirmations that I was looking for. So this was my entry here, right on the 61% area for the fib. And I had for this trade 13 pip stop loss and a 108 pip take profit. And you can see that price definitely made it to that area. The reason why I took my take profit up to this area versus at structure, where we kind of knew, or I won't say no, but we, you know, if you know your pairs, you know what's most likely to happen. The reason why I didn't take it all the way up to this level, which it had a high probability of reaching, which we see it did, was because of this area here. We see that there's a lot of traffic in this area, a lot of resistance in this area. So all I was doing was taking my profits, getting in, getting out. That's all that's going on there. Could I have taken it up to structure? Absolutely. Would I have been comfortable with taking it up to structure? Absolutely. But I have my reasons for why I took my profit at the area that I took it at. Okay. So for my kind of scaling entry or second entry within this move to the upside, what I did was, all I did was use the fib, you know, same confirmations that I talked about, entered in on that 61% area. And this one was, I know when I was talking about on Instagram, I was just like, man, like I entered this before I got into the shower at night. And when I got out of the shower, it already hit my take profit area. So this one was kind of in and out. You see this one kind of took a few days. Let me see, 15 to like 2 a.m. on the 16th. So I mean, that's not, that wasn't even a full 24 hours for this trade either. Actually, sorry, this part's the entry point between 4 and 5 o'clock up to around 2 a.m. the next day. So that's for that one. And then for this scale-in trade, this one was a 44 pip take profit. Typically I like to look for 60, which I absolutely could have, but you know, it's a scale-in. It's not my bigger move. So I didn't mind. It's only a piece. And it was a 10 pip stop loss. So 1 to 4 risk reward ratio for this one, and about 1 to 8 risk reward ratio for this one. So overall, between these two trades, no more than 23 pips at risk. And as you can see, that is over 150 pips between these 2 days. So that was my first trade of the week. That was on Monday, between Monday, let me remember, in between Monday and Tuesday. I can't remember if Tuesday was the 16th or not, but you get the point. Actually, I can pull up this calendar real quick. Yeah. Okay. Monday, Tuesday. Yep. Okay. So yeah, so that was on Monday. Now going into GBPUSD, let me find it. So this one is one that I was taking because it was at major structure, was starting to do multiple touches in this area that I have marked as a key level. But what I did was take from this swing high to this swing low and wait for price to retrace into this 61% area for my fib, and boom, price drop. For this one, I didn't see it on this day, so that's why I didn't get in for this move. I don't tend to look at GBPUSD during the week. I mostly focus on my pairs like GBPJPY and US30. But GBPUSD, like if I see opportunities on like my secondary pairs, like I said, GBPUSD and NZDJPY or EURUSD, things like that, then I'll take the entries. Like I've done the testing on these pairs too. I know how they move. So they're pairs that I feel comfortable taking trades on outside of the pairs that I focus the majority of my time on. So like I said, boom, boom, or sorry, swing high, swing low, fib, 61%, traded into that area. I saw that we got, multiple touches at that area, and then entry. So I manually entered this one. This is a market actually, sorry. I feel like yesterday is crazy because yesterday as I was going over my trades, I was talking too slow and I was tired, but now I feel like I'm on like 10 trying to talk about it. So with this one, I talked about on my Instagram again, like how I got into this trade late because I didn't have like any type of, pending order waiting for this one. I was actively looking at the charts during this time. So price came up to this area. This was 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 a.m. Central Time for me. And then price rejected at that area. So I got in on this one after this engulfing, actually, right down here at the 34.94 area. That's when I got in. And we can see that price traded lower. So that's what I was waiting for. That's the big move that I was waiting for. And I'm waiting for price to come even further. It may or may not, but I mean, either way, I'm already out of this trade because this is a trade that I took on Friday. You can see it says November 19th. This is a trade that I took on Friday, and I closed my trades at the end of the week because, Sunday comes, I don't really like surprises or anything like that. I prefer to get in again on retracements. That's just what I prefer to do. Trade the markets how you feel. That's something that I personally prefer to do. So with this one though, we have that double top, broke, retested. I'm anticipating price trading lower, but for what I took for this trade, I only took about 50 pips. So overall, from the time I entered, like I said, after this engulfing, price traded down about 80 or so pips. I only took about 50 of that. So I got what I needed. Again, getting in, getting out, happened pretty quickly. So that was good there. Going on to NZDJPY, my last trade to hit take profit for the week. So this one, I got in a day early. You can see I got in on the 18th. For this one, it took a while. Not a while. Like I'm really making it seem like I've been holding this for like half a month or something like that, like super swing trader over here. So with this one, I was holding it for, longer than the day. And then finally around the same time when GBPUSD was falling, I believe, or no, this one delayed. This one fell after GBPUSD, I believe, and GBPJPY, because GBPJPY fell at the end of the week too. So this one, same things. So I took from this high to this low on the fib. Overall, I mean, like this is what I was looking at. When we zoom out, let me go to the 4 hour really quick. When we zoom out, like yes, this is an uptrend, but getting in on these moves during the retracement, that's where you're at as an intraday trader. That's where you're going to be at. So I was looking at what price had been doing. Price had been moving in waves going down. So what did I anticipate price doing once it once it broke structure and came lower here and retraced upward? I anticipated it doing the same thing it had already been doing over the past week or so. Let's see, yeah, over the past week or so. So started to see some rejection around this point. And like I said, I was in this trade for from the morning of the 18th to when it finally hit the morning of the 19th. And it had gone in drawdown about 10 pips or so. That's not accurate because I didn't take it from exactly that structure. Yeah, just about 10 pips. So for this one, my stop loss was 16 pips and my take profit was this 94 pips. So you can see this was a 1 to 5.7 risk reward ratio. Got that 10 pip drawdown, but got that 94 pip take profit. And, you know, like I said, for the same things for my confirmation, breaks in structure, looking at the trend and looking at what's going on with price. So let me go back to GBPUSD really quick because I don't think I went over. Okay, so for this one, I didn't have drawdown, but I did originally set my drawdown to about 20 pips because just in case it chose to trace higher, a bit higher before coming down. Like I want to know that I know that GBPUSD wicks quite a bit. So I wanted to give some wick room. That's why this stop loss is larger than my other stop losses. So this one was 20 pips. With actually, let me go back. Sorry. But still looking at, you know, like an overall take profit of 156. And like I said, like we'll see what next week gives me. We'll see what next week gives us looking at how the market moves. So of this 1 to 7.75 risk reward, I already said I got out at that 50 pip mark before the markets closed on Friday. And I plan to re-enter depending on what the markets look like come Sunday, Monday. Anyways, back to NZDJPY. Yeah, this one wasn't risk-free like the other ones. The other ones didn't go into drawdown or anything like that. This one, a 10 pip drawdown is not killing me. It's really not killing me. Like the risk management, that's my most important focus. So I don't risk anything that I'm not willing to lose. And I take very, or what I consider logical trades, high probability, and the way you know your trades are higher probability or risk-free or anything like that, or I won't say risk-free, I don't really like that wording, but the way you know that you can have very limited risk with your trade without setting your stop loss too small is just from back testing. Like just know how your pairs move, know what your pairs like to do, and make sure that they have enough space to do so without like choking your trade. Don't choke your trade, don't suffocate your trades. So those are the types of things that I keep in mind as I'm trading. So yeah, so this one, got that 94 pips, got in, got out. And these were the only 4 trades that I took this week. So 3 pairs, 4 trades, because I took 2 with GBPJPY. And that's it. If you all have any questions for me about the trades that I took for the week of the 19th, the week of November 19th. Why is this doing this? Sorry, the week of November 15th. If you have any questions for any of the trades that I took on the week of November 15th, which by the time I post this, it'll be last week, drop them down below in the comment section and, you know, I'll get right to them. And yeah, but that's pretty much it. As I've stated in my previous videos, I do want to keep doing this and just seeing how, you know, trading progresses over time and thought process. And I really like to talk through the trades that I've taken or anything like that. It was a really good week. Yet again, November, from what I remember, like even last year's November treated me well. Last year in November was when I had a lot of breakthroughs with my trading. Like that was when I first started to become consistent with my trading. Since I had first started trading earlier in the year. November was a good month. So I'm really appreciating how November is treating me this year as well. And yeah. So like I said, let's keep the conversation going. I'm going to continue to do these when I can. I know that the holidays are coming up, so I'm not sure how much more consistent these videos will be. But if I've had a trading week or if I trade during the week or anything like that, I will try to get these videos out. So even if I have to, you know, recall trades from a previous week or something like that, like say I haven't put out the video for the past 2 weeks, I'll try to go over like that 2 weeks of the trades that I've taken because I'm always on the charts. I just love trading. So that's all. And thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye, everyone.